God damn it. God damn it, YouTube. God damn you, YouTube, and god damn you, Bing. All this shit that I've been complaining about on this stupid podcast, it all goes away, and then it comes back, which is worse. It's worse than if you never went away. It's such bullshit. Look, I'm not that stressed about, the whole YouTube dislikes thing where they're now saying, they're really coming out and being like, yep, we're fucking off they're removing, not the dislikes, effectively they're removed, but you can't see them. You can't see how many dislikes a video has, so that when you go on a video and you want to see if it's shit or not, you don't know. You don't know. And they're saying they're doing this to combat targeted harassment. But there's way more videos out there that have an earnest like ratio than a trollish one that came from an organized attack. Way more. I would say 99% of fucking videos are liked or disliked for everyone to see in the past because they're truthful. It's telling you, if it works or not. It's like tutorial videos. Every time I go to one, if it's got at least more than half likes, I'll try it out because maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Sometimes shit just doesn't work for people. But if it's got a lot of dislikes, then I'm going to be like, fuck it. Same goes for a video. And even if I like the content creators that made that video, if I go on there and see there's a bunch of dislikes, it makes me think, something wacky's going on, or it gives me an understanding of how the community feels about this content on your website. You fucking morons! You fucking idiots! God damn you, YouTube, you fucking mongoloids! Goddamn troglodytes! Idiots! And it's like, I saw the first video ever on YouTube, Dude at the Zoo. This guy, I believe, used to be part of YouTube. Now he just took the money and ran. He's like, I have $13 million. That's enough for me to live. I don't know. But it's funny because he changed the description in that video to shit on this. And he was like, this is basically the end of YouTube and its downfall. I'm not really that bothered, honestly. The reason being is because it seems to be working, but I do have an add-on for my web browser that brings back the proper like bar. In fact, it looks different because it looks, it actually... Alright, what I'm saying is that it's a blue like bar, but the dislike bar is just kind of a gray. So it's like how YouTube used to be 2-3 years ago. Because I've seen this. YouTube have really knocked down. Back in the day, they used to be it used to be 5 stars, right? And then they got rid of that. Same with Netflix. I understand that because they were saying there wasn't that many votes for 2 up to 4 stars. It was either 1 or 5 mostly. And it's understandable because it seems like people are less likely to engage if there's more options. Although now that I think the porn sites I go to have 1 to 5, and sometimes I'm like, that wasn't that good, 2 stars, or this was good, but they cut out the best part. I'll give it 4. So I sometimes do that with the fucking porn videos. I'm trying to be a member of society here, so I can criticize, discern, and analyze each content that I view, porn or not, and figure out, okay, how good is this, and what does the other community think? But I understand being just like and dislike. It's binary, but that's the way it is. And they had that for the longest time, and it was fine. But I've seen YouTube over time chip away at, I guess, how aggressive the like bar used to be. Because it used to be green like bar, red dislike bar. So if you went to a Justin Bieber video and you say it's Justin Bieber has a long red penis just like the dislike bar. I really don't miss those days where people were just shitting on Bieber. It's you're not funny about it. That's the problem. So yeah, the dislike, the green dislike bar is Justin Bieber's penis. So we were seeing that, and then they changed that to what I'm looking at now, which is blue, for the like bar, and then just grey for the dislike. And then it just became dark grey and light grey, so that you could barely even see. They're just trying to make it seem like not aggressive. I actually do prefer it though, because I don't mind it blue. It's just, in terms of web design, it's just like green and red are a bit much. Like, come on, man. I'm sedated, all right? I'm on too many prescription medication. I need to. Don't give me all these colors, man. I just need to. I need to calm down. I don't like colors anymore. I just want to. Let me just relax. And everything. I put everything in grayscale. So yeah, I guess that's what they've been doing with the like bar. Yeah, I'm not as mad because other people are coming in and stepping in to unfuck up YouTube. No one likes this. No one. I mean, the only person they should be listening to is me. I don't like it, so remove it. But it's amazing. It's truly amazing. There's something going on behind the scenes. People speculate that it's to do with targeted attacks towards videos by corporations and companies and the big businesses. Your regular mega conglomerates. Whatever kind of videos they put up, they're like, oh no, we don't want a bunch of dislikes. It's just because YouTube's salty because they had one of the most disliked videos. So fuck you, YouTube. Fuck you up the ass. You just constantly shitting on your own audience, your own content creators that are out there making money for you. And you're just like shitting on them with this idea that no one likes. No one likes this. Like, look, you know what? They're probably already rescinded. I bet they have. Let me type in YouTube dislikes. Because if they haven't, fuck them. Ignorant cunts. No, they haven't brought it back again. I suspect they will. As I say, I don't care. I have the fucking add-on. So there's actually people out there that actually do give a shit about. And this has happened before. I mean, this was kind of different, but like back when, this is ages ago, like 12 years ago or more, when YouTube, they wouldn't buffer, like they stopped making it so the entire video would buff, even though like videos were only like 10 minutes back then. But yeah, you couldn't buffer the entire video. So it would only buffer the amount of time just beforehand, which is what videos do nowadays. And it's fine because the internet may keep up. Well, mine fucking doesn't. But yeah, it was really annoying back in the day with slow broadband because I couldn't load shit. it would load only that bit. I would watch that bit and then it would have to buffer the next bit, so I'd have to pause the videos. That was fucking bullshit. So I had to I had an add-on that would buffer the whole video. Yeah, I guess that's all. These are the only two add-ons I've had for fucking YouTube. I mean, there's ad block, of course, but oh fucking hell, YouTube, man! You don't listen. You don't listen to what the fucking fans want. But telling you it's shit. Fuck off a bit. I mean, obviously, this is like just some, I don't know, money in their hand. That's all it fucking is. So fuck you, YouTube, and fuck you, Bing. Fucking Bing, man. Again, like I started up my YouTube, my Firefox, my web browser, and I see all my tabs are gone again. Bing's like, hey, Bing's great. I'm like, fuck, what are you doing, you dumb cunts? And they're like, Bing is awesome. But there was a button that said restore tabs. It was there, and I clicked it, and it restored my fucking tabs. So, yeah. But what the fuck? Fuck off, Bing. I thought I told it to fuck off forever. No wonder they had added that feature, because I bet so many people were getting pissed off with Bing, thinking it's amazing, and coming in and fucking all our shit up. Fucking our tabs up. God damn it. I'm trying not to get too mad, because like nothing in my life has gone away, in a sense. It just pisses me off how fucking ignorant these cunts are with the shit that they put on us. It's fucking unbelievable. It's truly fucking unbelievable. Fuck you, YouTube. You bastards. Oh my god, I'm gonna have an aneurysm. Ooh. I saw this movie, but this was like a month ago, and I've already forgotten about it. But No, actually, I haven't forgotten about it because it's fucking terrible. Anyway, here's my Last Duel review. I wish I was watching Duel instead, but it was a new Ridley Scott film and I didn't know much about it. It takes place in the 1300s and medieval and knights and duel, obviously, and shit. And I looked at it and I was like, yeah, whatever, I'll go see it. I went and saw it. Man, what a shitty film. What a shitty film. I'm going to have a heart attack right now from how shitty that film was. But it, I guess I'll just first of all say it is a really boring, dull, drab film. Everything about it is designed to make it just seem really uncomfortable. Like the cinematography is just so... I fucking hate cinematography like this. It doesn't need to be that bad. It doesn't need to be that bad. All this color grading, and just like Ridley Scott's just like, put a lot of blue on the, put a lot of blue. I'm trying to do like a particular kind of British accent he has. Put a lot of blue over there, over each bloody frame that we have. Oh god, I'm so terrible with accents. I hate my life. I was a bit more Australian. Put a bit of bloody blue on. Yeah, it was just a bunch of bloody blue. All right, look, here's the thing about the movie. So, you know the movie Rashomon, where a crime occurs, and then they have a court case over the crime, and each person comes up and tells their story over the crime. Like you have perpetrator and victim. Perpetrator tells their story. They say, "Oh no, fucking I didn't do that, cunt. Wasn't fucking me. Wasn't me, you fucking dog cunt." And then you have the victim being like, "No, it was you. You raped me. It was you." And then you see in each of their stories, you see visually their story come to life. And then you have the two and you're like, oh, which one's real? I don't remember the movie very well, but I remember that. And that was cool and intriguing. And it feels like a lot of people don't do that sort of thing in movies because they're too afraid of being compared to this movie. And so you know what? The Last Duel I am comparing it to Rashomon, even though it's not like Rashomon. Because this movie has, I guess, 4 chapters. You have the Matt Damon character, there's his perspective. He is married to some bitch, Marguerite. And you have Adam Driver's perspective, and he's the guy that rapes this chick. Spoilers, based on a true story though. Then you have her perspective on each of these events. And then you have the Last Duel, which occurs at the end of the film. And so the Matt Damon story, you just see a bunch of stuff and you're like, whatever, who cares? Ben Affleck's fine. He's actually kind of good in this film. He's different. But yeah, when you get to the rape scene and you see it and you're like, oh, that looks terrible. Damn, went through a hard time. And then it shows the woman's perspective. And each chapter, it says the truth according to this person, the truth according to this person. When it gets to her, and she's third, it says the truth according to Marguerite. And then some of the words disappear, and it just says the truth. And I'm like, oh yeah, hashtag believe women. But it just shows the same thing. The way, when the guy that raped her, when he's in the courtroom, he's like, I did not do this. But when you see it in his, I guess because the chapters, they're not shown in a way where it looks like it is subjective. I will say that. It doesn't look like they're subjective because they don't come up while they're in court being like, that's not what happened, this is what happened. And then it cuts and shows you, like what Rashomon does. This one's, it shows each perspective. Then there's the court case and then there's the duel. But these 2 chapters of when he rapes her and then when she recounts being raped, they're the same. They're the same exact story. You're seeing kind of almost the same, literally almost the same shots in each one. They've just copied and pasted the same shots. There's a few different shots. Like when it's on her story, there's a few close-ups of her being raped and she's like, oh, I'm not enjoying this. And that's it. So the movie would be a bit more fucking interesting if when it showed that guy's perspective, he was it literally shows him being goes over, is a bit aggressive, but then maybe he starts raping her, but she likes it, or he starts coming onto her and she's into it and she's like if you show during the rape scene like her enjoying it, and then it shows a contrast between how they, it seems like he's bullshitting. He's obviously bullshitting, but it would have made the movie a little not as bad. What the fuck? How incompetent do you have to be? So now we all get to watch this rape scene again. We get to watch the same movie, the same story, boring, dull, stupidly written, sometimes badly acted, shitty color grading story 3 times with literally some of the same shots from each one. How fucking incompetent. And then it just ends. It ends weirdly. Well, not really. No, I mean, it just ends with, the archaic custom back in the day. And it's just dumb. I'm just so sick of watching new movies, recently made movies about ye old times, where they're just like, oh, it's really bad for women and black people and gays. I'm like, yep. What else are you going to tell me in this movie? I already knew. I've seen a million films about slavery where it's just like a black guy going, oh, I'm in so much pain. There's a white guy going, yeah, get at it, boy. I'm having a lot of fun. And I'm watching it like, does look like fun. I was back in those days again. Although, obviously I would have to go live in America. Because here in Australia, we didn't believe in slavery. What a load of bullshit. I believe there must have been indentured servitude here. Yeah, we did all right here. It wasn't that bad. All we had was a stolen generation. Anyway, yeah, that movie was stupid. And I watched this film. I was like, I hate this. This is crap. And then I think a week later, I saw Barry Lyndon at the cinemas. I saw fucking Barry Lyndon. I just said, how embarrassing that, like, the cinematography, first of all, is so much different. It's a more interesting story. There's no just sort of bullshit. Like, I guess it's a pretty linear story, this one, but there's no bullshit about, like, just, like, incompetent storytelling. There's none of that. It is more basic. It's a weird vibe, the film, because it's, like, supposed to be romantic, but when I watch the people in the film, I think this way, they're purposefully very estranged and inhuman. And I get that feeling. It was weird. Like, I liked it, though. I like it makes sense because, like, I haven't seen Barry Lyndon the longest time, and I'd forgotten just how it's actually a cold film. It's cold just like Kubrick's films are. And yeah, and shot really well. Very, like, earthy, brilliant fucking film cinematography where you have that bloom that comes through at times. It just looks so great. People are saying it's shot mostly with natural lighting, and I call it bullshit. I think a lot of it, or some of it, was mostly the indoor scenes were shot with only candles, so they had to get big fucking NASA-made lenses just for this bitch. So it's pretty goddamn impressive. But just everything. I know there's like quite a few hundred years in between these two films, but to me they're both ye old films set in and around Europe. But they're just so different. They're so day and night. Just day and night between just the competence and the quality of these two films and how they're coming across. I guess people could be like, oh, fucking Barry Lyndon's boring. If fucking duel at the end's fucking nothing going on. The duel in the Last Duel, fucking sick. Gets his throat cut, I think. Does he? I think he gets a knife through the chest or something. I didn't mind the Last Duel in the Last Duel. It's fine. But by that point, by the end of the film, you're like, fuck this film. Fuck this bullshit. Fuck this bomber club. That's what you're like. Anyway, I gotta actually get going. I'll just first of all say this real quickly. Oh man, there's a Halo TV series coming out next year, which I'm not gonna watch, but because I don't care about Halo. I don't care about Halo anymore. I used to care about, like, you know, I played the only Halo games I played or even owned were the first 3, and that's all I care about really. So I remember here, like back in 2005 is when I was interested in a Halo adaptation, which back then was a movie. Back then, I was keeping like really close attention to a Halo movie because I was a big fan. Halo 2 had just come out, and I was like, oh fuck yeah, Halo movie, which I kind of think would do well. The Halo universe does, I don't know, probably work as a it's just got a lot of like content, a lot of creatures and weapons and everything. I think it would be maybe even a decent amount of lore, I guess. I don't know. It might still be boring. I always thought it might make a good TV show or movie. But anyway, back to this movie. So the script was written by Alex Garland, who at that point, he was a screenwriter. He'd written 28 Days Later and Sunshine. Yeah, I love that movie. But I guess I hadn't seen it at that time. But yeah, he later went on to become a director and did Ex Machina and Annihilation, so if I can maybe get him on board to direct some episodes. But yeah, he wrote a script. I heard he sold it to Microsoft for $1 million, and then Microsoft sold it for $10 million to Universal. I don't know. But like Universal, 20th Century Fox were both involved with productions. That's crazy. It had like I think it was 150 or 250 million. Peter Jackson was going to executive produce it. Steven Spielberg, I think, was on board. I'm pretty sure he was on board as well. A lot of money being thrown at it. Wader Designs in New Zealand were going to do the special effects and CG. And this fella called Neil Blomkamp was going to direct it. And I had seen a few of his short films, and just based on the short films, I thought this guy would be really good. Like, he made those South African short films with like the aliens that kind of became District 9. I mean, yeah, obviously this whole project fell through, and then I ended up watching District 9 and I hated it, so I kind of didn't give a shit about this guy anymore. But I still thought he might do a good job. I don't know, maybe he should direct some episodes. It looks like he needs the money. He's not making great. I can't imagine watching his newer films, because everyone raved about District 9, and watching his newer film, you just... Man, I did not like that film. Anyway, and I think that's it. I think around 2005, there was just like so much hype, but there was nothing really moving forward. And I was talking about it on a forum back then, and someone messaged me, and they were just saying like, dude, if you got any info at all, please let me know. It's like, I don't know, really jonesing for that info on the Halo movie. But yeah, I mean, fuck all came out of it. I don't know if the script got leaked. I think there may be some art design here and there that got leaked. I remember Peter Jackson or Steven Spielberg made a video like talking about it. So that was sick. I don't know, I should look this stuff up, but yeah, it never really went anywhere, and here we are now, 15 years later, and people have had lives since then, and I don't care about Halo. Video games are for kids. They're for losers. They're for kids who are losers. Okay, I'm not Gavin McInnes right now. All right, fuck it. I actually got to get going. I have many things to do in my life. Ooh, yeah, I got to go and get drunk. Anyway, this has been the David Morgan Brown Experience, episode 38. I think I'm too embarrassed to say when I record these episodes, because I want them to come out the day after I've recorded them, but sometimes it's like a week later. As long as I don't post my episodes on YouTube, on the wrong YouTube account, then I should be fine, because I've fucking done that before. I fucking hate YouTube. Even though I use you all the time. Fucking YouTube, you're a abusive boyfriend. That's what you are.